Well, folks, I have the engine out of the back of the van anyway. Well, the new engine. Um, I bought the engine crane and assembled it and everything as well too. So definitely makes things a lot easier. Don't worry, I'm not going to be working on it on the crane. I have a little dolly I'm going to put it on. But what I want to do is strip the stuff off it that I'm not going to be using. There's things like, the fuel filter is still attached to it. I'll use the filter that's in the van because it's got, I'll keep that original. Just the banjo fitting down there, the existing fuel pipes, of which they're new, will go onto that banjo fitting, and there's the fuel return there as well too. So I can reuse those type of bits. Water pipes have to come off. Power steering pump down there is going to come off as well too, so because this van is not going to have power steering. Well, if it is ever going to have power steering, it'll be the open course electric power steering, not the hydraulic. You just can't get steering racks for these. I have a new water pump to go onto it, so we can strip that off at some stage as well too. The water pipes that go onto this are going to be different, but they'll all fit in the same places. I noticed there's a sump guard on this, which is great because this was sitting on the bottom of the sump, so it means that the original sump of the engine wasn't actually damaged. Obviously I have the flywheel off there as well too, because I'm fitting the dual mass flywheel. What we'll start doing is just start going over the wiring and making sure that everything there is alright. Yeah, I mean, it's all there, it's all complete. You saw in the previous video I removed the turbo, so there's where the turbo is going to go. I have a new oil fitting. There's a little blank I have for that port there, and the new oil fitting will go onto the sump in the van, the oil return I mean. That belt will be gone because that's just driving the power steering pump. Yeah, I do have the timing belt cover for it as well too, so a little bit of a clean up wouldn't do any harm. But an engine with 140,000 miles on it anyway, I mean that's not bad for an old VW diesel, I mean it'll have plenty more mileage left in it, and for the amount of mileage I'm going to be doing in the camper van, this is gonna last a long time. As I'm saying that, and the man for putting a pox on myself by saying that, but sure, look at yeah, so basically now I have the adapter plate which is going to go on here. DMF, dual mass flywheel, goes on. Once we get the gearbox, we'll bolt everything up together, get a start motor, wire everything up. I have the battery from Beetle down there is going to donated services, and we'll figure everything out that way. Yeah, I mean, like while it's hanging on, or while it's sitting in the garage on the ground, now is the time to do the servicing rather than when it's in the back of the van. Obviously, I mean, I'll fill it with oil when I'm ready to run it, but we probably drive it for a bit and then change the oil again after a little while before kind of commissioning it fully. So yeah, this is the AHU engine. The AHU engine is the 90 horsepower engine, so it's the non-red eye version, if you know what I mean. So the red eye in the kind of 97 to 2000 VWs was the AFN engine, and that was 110 horsepower. There was 130 horsepower engines, but they're PD engines and they're completely different to this, and the amount of work involved in fitting one of them to the van would be astronomical. The sump wouldn't fit, stuff like that, I wouldn't be able to put it over on its side. So that's not an option. So yeah, anyway, look at I'm going to tear into this and take a few bits off anyway and have it ready, and we'll go from there. Look at the amount of shite that comes off the engine just to get the power steering pump off. There's all sorts of brackets and everything here, so they're all gone now anyway, and the bottom of the engine is looking a lot more civilized. This is going to be fun trying to sort out. Apparently this wiring harness has been adapted to work in a Mark 1 Golf. Nothing is labelled, nothing is wrapped up. It is an absolute disaster. So fortunately enough I got some wiring diagrams. There's the ECU connector anyway, so there's a good starting point. And over there is the big roundy plug on the, you can just see it on the back of the engine there, just above where the flywheel will go. And then it's just really a matter of working out what everything else does and where it goes, and then trying to tie it up and make it look reasonably presentable. Is anything actually... There's various labels here and there which are not exactly going to be easy to figure out. Look, that's why I want to do this all on the garage floor, because trying to do this in the van now would be an absolute nightmare. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at now at the moment. Anyway, we will we'll tear into it now when I have a bit more time, and I'm going to do the timing belt, water pump, the alternator belt, and put the flywheel on, and yeah, we'll that'll progress things nicely anyway. But as I said before, I don't want to take the engine out of the van until I absolutely have to, because at the moment the van is still mobile. But it's you know, obviously there's a few parts I need off the engine in the van, like such as the sump, oil pump, engine mounts, various water pipes, and then obviously I have to kind of make changes in the engine bay to accommodate the new engine. But that'll be further down the line anyway, to be honest with you. That's not really bothering me that much. Now that I have the engine crane, that's going to make life an awful lot easier. So yeah, I was kind of trying to think of other ways of doing it, and I just said, no, you know what, I'm going to buy an engine crane, and what I can do is after I'm finished the job I can sell it. So like, I don't really have a use for an engine crane beyond this job. I might keep it. I mean, it does fold up, so I will see anyway. Right, well, sure, look at I'll update you on another day anyway. I've done as much as I'm going to do now. Just to have a quick look at the engine anyway now again. It's sitting down on the ground. I have the weight of it supported by the crane, but already the front end is looking a lot tidier. I removed that fuel filter, which I'm not going to be using. I removed the power steering pump and all the associated bracketry, and yeah, I mean, once I clean it all up and that as well too, anyway, it's gonna look pretty good. I might take the rocker cover off and give it a clean as well too, and give it a paint. May as well have it looking well, you know. Yeah, okay, well look, thanks for watching, and I will see you in a future video.